would be found guilty. Kim listened and watched attentively, and he continued and said that in a few days they would be penniless. The blonde still had a wild face and pointed at himself and said that his parents had the same face since he was a child and he was a born loser. And then he leaned back in his chair with a smile and said that from now on he had no money to buy anything at all, and he believed that he had no reason to see him anymore. To which he said that besides, he had no friends anymore and that he had done a lot for him. But his friend just smiled and said that friends are just a give and take, and then asked what he could learn by sticking to him. And then he scared the hero, asked him if he knew why he followed him, and said that the dark-haired man was very cool. Sitting at the table, the blonde reasoned and said that he lived in terrible and harsh conditions, but never gave up, and since he was a child from a rich family, he always got everything he wanted, and therefore knows that if he found himself in such a situation, he would immediately be left behind. The blonde with a softer smile leaned back and asked how to become as cool as he was. But the dark-haired only looked away and said that he was not strong and just did the same thing every day, studied and worked, studied and worked. The friend pointed at him with chopsticks and laughed and said that he would wait. Kim looked away and he continued and said that on the day when he decides that he has become as great a person as he is going to return to order 10 servings of beef. Then the blonde leaned forward a little with a terrible face and said that he had decided to try now, to reach the end and open a new breath, and then asked if he could do it. Lloyd took all his strength into a fist and, opening his mouth wide, gathered himself forward. Xavier looked at him in fear. The hero took steps one after another and shook. He again tried to lift his leg, gritting his teeth. After the guy stepped on the ground again and all his muscles were already on the edge. The swordsman looked at him with alarm and did not understand where such fortitude came from. Watching him, the blade master thought that he always easily overcame difficulties. But for the first time, the hero did not resort to mysterious abilities, and this is mental stability that an ordinary person is not capable of, and before he thought that it does not matter who you are as long as you save the territory. But Xavier, watching him, thought that he wanted to know what kind of life he lived in his world.